And we are on. Welcome back for week 3 of Blue Valley North football. Kicking it off with some play from the band. Then we'll get the national anthem. Then it'll be game time. So here come the Timberwolves of Blue Valley Southwest, a ways distance away from the DAC, which is where we are at tonight. They walk out wearing their all-white uniforms, receiving an ill welcome from this Blue Valley North student section. Not always pleasant, but expected. Not much commentary to start off this game, as we have some pregame rituals and not too much action, but once the Blue Valley North players roll out and the national anthem plays, we will be 100% and we'll be ready to go. So just hold on tight. So here come the Mustangs. The band plays the song. Leading off with some starters here. Some team captains. Starting off with number 2, Adam Long, the defensive end. Big game yesterday. Hunter Mayer coming in. He was an impact player against Northwest that week 1. He's number 3. Number 4 coming out, Gabe Watson, the linebacker. Number 6, Braylon Johnson. And Owen Perkins, the defensive captain, he'll make some waves today. And Brock Maslowski, Mr. Pick Six. Will he have another one? Let's see. Matthew Harrington, he's a sophomore, but he's an impact player. Expect him to make some breakups. Number 17, Gavin Dilly, defensive back. And Ashton Morgan, the defensive back and the safety. Aiden Bolton, the hard hitter, led in tackles last week. Expect for him to do something good. Hampton Stites, also all over the field last week. And Henry Hauser, the big defensive lineman. Got 1.5 sacks week 1, half a sack week 2. And here come the rest of the Mustangs, looking to kick off week 3. The national anthem has sounded, and it is time to play some football. As the band walks off, we're getting ready to go. Team captains meeting up in the midfield here. Blue Valley North captains tonight, number 19, Frankie Triban, number 2, Adam Long, number 6, Braylon Johnson, and number 71, Will Sandage. Blue Valley Southwest captains, number 7, Parker Lindman, number 10, Ryan Specht, number 75, Jackson McCarty, and number 54, Will Morgan. So those are our team captains for the Timberwolves and the Mustangs in this duel tonight. And we'll see who's going to receive and who will kick. So Blue Valley North is going to receive. Southwest will kick off and receive in the second half. As the kickoff team comes out, recap the last few weeks. So both teams 1-1. Very similar wins and losses. Southwest lost 0-34 against Blue Valley week 1, but bounced back against Bishop Miege week 2 to advance to 1-1. And Blue Valley North Mustangs have a big story they're going off of here. They lost week 1 against Blue Valley Northwest. Week 2, they won, and it was their first win since October 21st, 2022. Here's a little surprise for everyone, as the Mustang students stormed the field following the win. It was the first win since, yet again, October 21st, 2022. So a little surprise graphic there. And here we go, kicking. Number 25, Max Flowers, going to kick to receive. Frankie Triban, Ashton Morgan, and Dylan Sarna. Flowers with the kick. And we are off with week 3. Frankie Triban will take kick at the 1. They'll try to outrun some defenders, but he is ultimately brought down at the 26 by number 31, Houston Duckworth, the defensive back. So this Blue Valley North team, I'm sure, is very amped up after their first win, and life has been brought back to this school's football program with head coach Gene Weir. He has 34 years of experience and 6 state championships. Here is Lark Anderson, the quarterback, ready to start it off. He's going to run out, looking to pass. He does. He gets it off to Dylan Sarna for a good gain. So it will be 2nd and 5 after the pass from Lark Anderson. Set a receiver in motion. Anderson will keep it. He will not get anywhere. He'll get stuffed right at the line. Number 32, Silas Luther, is in there. Number 9, AJ Qwell, got a little bit in there too. Something to note here is the past 2 weeks the Mustangs have been heavily reliant on the run game. Frankie Triban last week, 158 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and a 10-yard passing touchdown to Dylan Sarna on a trick play. So expect to see some runs tonight, as Anderson will run right on cue, but he will not get it. So on 3rd and 3, he is stopped for the 4th down. So now 4th and 2. We'll see if the Mustangs are going to punt. Last week we had some gutsy calls from the Mustangs. They went on 4 consecutive first downs before punting. We'll see if that streak continues today. Looks like it will. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Or will they? Nope. It will be a fake punt, and they have no one back. Some trickery from North as Anderson took a step to the side to allow Triban to punt it. So the Timberwolves of Blue Valley Southwest get no return. They'll be at the 21. Something very interesting about the Timberwolves is last week, all 3 of their quarterbacks got hurt against Bishop Miege. They had to bring in fullback Ryan Specht, the team captain, as the emergency quarterback for the game. So a crazy turn of events. We'll see if any of these quarterbacks are better or if Ryan Specht, the emergency quarterback, is going to go back in. And looks like it will be Ryan Specht. So the fullback is in the quarterback again. As here he goes with his first snap. Incredible story. It will be a handoff. AJ Cuo, and he will be stopped. Correction, that was Quinn Lemons, the running back, with the carry. So despite having to come in as the fill-in and the emergency quarterback, he went 12 for 16 with 206 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. That is crazy, but nothing less than expected, as he does have an offer from Benedictine College. It's now a screen pass. He drops it. The refs don't blow the whistle. It counted as a fumble. So they went back to Quinn Lemons, and he just couldn't focus on the ball on that screen pass. So because the refs were as a fumble, it'll be a loss of yardage. So 3rd and 7 for Blue Valley Southwest. Can the Mustangs defense get the stop? Let's see. Specht takes it. He wants to throw it. Pocket collapses. He throws on the run to double coverage. And oh my gosh, Most. He stays up. It'll be number 7, Parker Lindman. Ryan Specht threw into double coverage. Number 16, Matthew Harrington, was all over him, and he still completed the pass. Parker Lindman, 6'3", 200 pounds. I'm sure that helped him haul that in. So he is finally brought down. It'll be a screen pass to Timberwolves. Some broken tackles and a dive from number 25, Max Flowers, the kicker. So he's a kicker and a running back. Similar to Frankie Triban of the Mustangs, he's a kicker and a punter. Or, correction, a running back and a punter. The Timberwolves rotating personnel a lot on these plays, and it's certainly helping them. It's that humongous chunk play. And Parker Lindman. Stacked formation, and they will run it. Quinn Lemons with the run. He gets the first down. So Quinn Lemons seems to be the standout running back tonight. Very odd, as last week, AJ Cuo, the other running back, 246 yards. He's a running back and a defensive back. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So I'm very surprised that we haven't seen much from him. However, I'm sure we'll get some action from Cuo later. He's number 9. Good orchestrated run play. He gets through the gap, but those Mustang linebackers are hard to fool. So number 6, Braylon Johnson, is right there to stop it. So now, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Empty backfield. Specht is going to take it. It'll be a screen pass and blown up. Screen pass number 26, Quinn Lemons. But number 20, Ashton Morgan, says absolutely not. So Ashton Morgan, a player to look out for tonight. Him and Aiden Bolton tied for the leaders in tackling last week. Both had 12 tackles. They were all over the place. So Ashton Morgan and Aiden Bolton, number 22, Aiden Bolton, look out for them. 4 wide receivers and Lemons in the backfield. Specht with the armband with the playbook. Sure, he's still getting used to it, and immediately the offensive line collapses, but he still makes it to Lemons for a humongous play yet again on 3rd and 12. The pocket collapses, 4 defenders in Ryan Specht's face, and off to Lemons, and those offensive linemen that were absent were running downfield to go get the tackle. So 2 third downs here that the Timberwolves have converted on. Now in the red zone, Specht is going to hand it to Lemons, and no, says number 7, Owen Perkins. Now, Owen Perkins, perhaps the biggest impact player on this team. He's a team captain, and he knows what to do when it comes to defense. So Specht is going to take it on his own and dive in, and he gets it. The Timberwolves march downfield and get the touchdown with Ryan Specht. And don't forget, he's not a quarterback, he's a fullback. So he is absolutely not afraid to take it on his own and run in as Blue Valley Southwest strikes first. Now here's the kick. Number 25, Max Flowers. Kick almost blocked, but it is through. Adam Long was there, but just got the timing a little bit off. Could not block the kick. So 7-0 for the Timberwolves. Now, Lark Anderson is going to need to rally the troops and get a drive here. He was close last time, but he just fell short. On 4th and 2, the Mustangs punted. For some offense, we got to get this kickoff. Number 20, Ashton Morgan. Number 19, Frankie Triban. And number 10, the lead returner, Dylan Sarna. As the band starts to get loud to distract this kicker, Max Flowers. Max Flowers has been on point tonight. And looks like he will not be distracted as he kicks deep to the 9. Frankie Triban gets it. He finds a hole. He breaks another tackle. One man to beat. Just the kicker. Stiff arms him, but gets brought down. My goodness, what a return from Frankie Triban. The Mustangs are already in Timberwolf territory. An interesting return from Triban. He picks up some blocks, gets his speed, and makes his way through some Timberwolf defenders. But it looks like he changed his direction to head for that kicker. He wanted that tackle. And he got that stiff arm, but did not go as planned for him as he still got brought down. And I think that could have been a touchdown. 2 wide receivers and 1 tight end with Triban in the backfield. Now Anderson's going to take the snap. He'll hand it off to Triban again after the run, and another stiff arm from Triban. 2 in a row, but also 2 in a row where he gets brought down. So, a big gain there. It'll bring 2nd and 3. Triban already has some returning yards and has already cracked into some rushing yards. Now it's going to set a wide receiver in motion. But it's a fake. They're just going to hand it to Triban. He spins and moves to fight for the first down, and he will get it. So now the Mustangs are on the Timberwolves 25, and this is certainly turning out differently from their previous drive. So wide receiver Bobby Knighton checks out, and Dylan Sarna checks in. He had a good game last week. See if he can replicate it, as he's one of the 2 wide receivers lining up with Triban in the backfield, and they'll set him in motion, and they will give it to him on the jet sweep. He's got a blocker, but not enough. However, a flag is thrown on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Blue Valley Southwest. Let's see what it is here. The call from the referee. No, it will not be. It looks like it's going to be holding on the Mustangs instead. So that'll erase the previous play. Interesting formation here. Looks like it's going to work. Bulldozing through people. Number 12, Caden Augustus, the sophomore, and we have not seen any of him this season. Number 21, RJ Tecco, the linebacker, brings him down. But Caden Augustus, his first possession of the season, he makes it count. Looks like they'll go back to him. They'll run into a crowd and get piled on by multiple Timberwolf defenders. So he's going to pick up 5 yards there. 3rd and 4 for Blue Valley North. And they have crossed into the red zone. So after rolling downfield after the tri-band return, they start to slow down a little bit. It's like they'll hand it to Augustus again, and a perfect block, and he'll get the first down easily. Number 5, Zaya Hill, the tight end, gets out there and picks up a block so that Caden Augustus can go pick up that first down. So not only in the red zone, but it's now 1st and goal, 9 yards to go for Blue Valley North. Caden Augustus in the backfield again. Looks like they're giving Tri-Band some rest, and they're going to hand it to Augustus. So looks like he slips a little bit, falls down, but still gets some positive yardage with 5 yards to go on 2nd and goal. Looks like this Blue Valley North thought process is, if it's not stopped, then keep running it. Looks like that's what they'll do. Number 13, Lark Anderson, takes it on his own for the rushing touchdown, and Blue Valley North has put some points on the board. The scramble from Anderson to get it. Now, Gabriel Aguirre lining up for the kick. Gabriel Aguirre about to kick it, and he nails it. So the game is tied, 7-7. So 7-7. The Mustangs score with a rush from Lark Anderson, and they make that drive count after they sputter out in the first one. The return from Tri-Band was the significant play as it brought them right into Southwest Timberwolf territory. And this Mustang band plays loud. Now Gabriel Aguirre, after making the kick, is going to kick it off. Southwest going to receive it. Some Mustangs there to stop him. There's a flag on the play, though. Number 19, Carson Fontura, the wide receiver. He took it, and he got some good yardage. We'll see if the flag's on here. The referee's going to walk out and make this call. So another penalty on the Mustangs here. So Southwest extending on the kick return from the penalty. Now the Mustangs defense back out here after they were pushed to the end zone from the Timberwolves. I'm sure they're looking for some redemption as Specht is back out. Look for the coaches for a call. Must be hard to hear with this Mustang band. They do not want Southwest to get any sort of advantage here. They'll hand it, and it will get nowhere. Stuck. Number 7, Owen Perkins. Another tackle. So Quinn Lemons gets it again. Haven't seen much of A.J. Kewell after his big game. Reminder, A.J. Kewell is number 9. Now Specht wants to throw. He'll throw it deep to a wide open man. And another big chunk play off of a pass to Karsten Fontura. So right after the kick return, he's going to gain more yards for his team. And just a good route is all you need to get a big play. Here comes Ryan Specht. 5 receivers out. They'll go back to Fontura. Tries to run for some extra yards. He gets a few, but number 2, Adam Long, has him wrapped up. One of the first second downs for the Timberwolves. It'll be 2nd and 4. Yet again, 4 wide receivers. They'll hand it to Kewell. There he is. And A.J. Kewell, making his presence known, picks up a first down on his first possession. So yet again, 246 all-purpose yards last week against Bishop Miege. Not too much from Ashton Morgan and Aiden Bolton, who both had 12 tackles last week. And 4 wide receivers. Kewell in the backfield again. Specht is looking to the air. He'll throw deep, and no one there. Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. Number 7, Parker Lindman. Another touchdown for the Timberwolves. So he floats it to the air, and Lindman manages to shake the Mustang defender. Blue Valley Southwest retakes the lead, 13-7. Now Max Flowers ready to kick. Let's see if Adam Long can get in on this play again like he did last time, or better yet, block that kick. And he will get in again, but he'll just get that timing off. And close on both times, but not too much luck for the Mustangs, as it's now 14-7 with the Timberwolves leading. 22 seconds left in this first quarter. So expect a kick return and then a flip of the field. Some coaches out in the field. Talking to number 84, Tommy Knighton, the freshman. It's always good to see a freshman getting in on a play, even if it is a kickoff. Number 84, Tommy Knighton. And to return it, it'll be Frankie Triban, Dylan Sarna, and Ashton Morgan. And here goes the Mustangs band, making it as hard as possible for Max Flowers to concentrate. Student section trying to bring some luck. And he's going to boot it. Sarna wants to take it, and he will stop in the end zone. So touchback for the Mustangs. Now, Lark Anderson last week already doing significantly better. The Mustangs were heavily on the running game. Last week, Lark went 4 for 7 for 76 yards and 1 passing touchdown. So, decent stat line from a run-focused game. But we have seen the Mustangs go to air a lot more than usual this Week 3 game against the Timberwolves, trying to exploit this weakness that is their secondary. They'll run it to Triban, and he'll see nothing but green grass. It's a race. Triban and number 19, Fontura, and they won't catch up. All the way from the 22-yard line, Frankie Triban will run it on his own. 70 yards for Frankie Triban. No problem. He found his gap. He took his opportunity, and he outran that secondary. So the Mustangs have put up another 6. The kick will be blown dead before it can go. 10 seconds left in the first quarter, and I must apologize for saying that the field would be switched before the Mustangs could run that many plays, because the first quarter is not done and this game is tied up. 14-14 out the end of the quarter. So in this first quarter, just haymakers going back and forth. We had one drive, the first of the game, that went without a score. Every single other drive of this game has scored. Crazy to think about. And you would think that Blue Valley Southwest would have the edge here, as Blue Valley North is number 44 in the state of Kansas after week 2, and Blue Valley Southwest being number 8 in the state. So number 44 and number 8, statistically, you'd think Southwest has a big advantage, but the Mustangs flip the scripts. It's 14-14, and here's the kick from Gabriel Aguirre. Kick is off. The returner takes the outside edge. Carson Fontura again dodges that outside edge and gains another 4 yards out of it. He's pushed out by Matthew Harrington. And starting from the 31. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now, I don't want to jinx myself again, but maybe after this play, we'll switch sides on the field. But after that, massive run from Triban. Nothing certain. 78-yard run from Frankie Triban. A run, and he will be stopped at the line. Quinn Lemons brought down. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Now we'll switch this field. And it appears the jinx stopped. Good for me. So the Mustangs here, now on defense, hoping to stop the onslaught from this Timberwolves offense. True passing direction, one passing touchdown, and one rushing. Ryan Specs, the emergency quarterback, takes it, along with Parker Lindman, the big man wide receiver. Looking like Megatron out there. But let's not forget these Mustangs. Also, hitting right back, parrying the Timberwolves with Frankie Triban and Mark Anderson. One high formation here for the Mustangs. Pocket starts to collapse. Just a little bit too high from Specs, the intended receiver, number 25, Max Flowers. Number 20, Ashton Morgan, is all over him. So Spec tries to throw high, just can't quite reach him. So absolutely nothing allowed from Blue Valley North here. It is 3rd and 12 already. However, the Mustangs have previously struggled on 3rd down. We'll see if they can flip that here. Now they'll go with 2 high safety. 1 running back and 4 wide receivers. They will. No, it won't. Specs rolls out, throws to Fontura, but nowhere close to the first down. So number 16, Matthew Harrington, the sophomore, there again. And Carson Fontura and Matthew Harrington has been a matchup to look for tonight. They've found each other on kick return. They've found each other on offense. So the Timberwolves are going to go for it on 4th and 2. Mustangs out of 4th and 2 earlier, elected to punt. The play is blown dead. Be a timeout. So yet again, a humongous turnaround for the Blue Valley North Mustangs. Their first win in 2 seasons last week. And led by head coach Gene Weir, has some experience at Kansas University, 6 state championships in his high school coaching career, and he has revived the Mustangs. Both student sections here, packed and jumping. It's easy to get excited. Now, 4th and 2, and looks like the Timberwolves changed their idea. Gonna punt. Mustangs will not have a man back. Punt sails, and a decent kick. Rolling to the 8 will pin Blue Valley North down. So the first drive from Blue Valley Southwest that has been stopped. So it's time for Blue Valley North to take over. And I would expect some run plays here, as Coach Gene Weir, with the tie game, is not going to want to take any risks. 11 minutes left in the first half. It will hinge to Schreiban. He'll gain a few yards there. Looks like about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs. Now they're at around the 10. I'm sure it's a little bit more comfortable to let Anderson hit the air, but we'll see. And they'll let Anderson take it on his own. He'll pick up a block from Q Wallace, and he'll easily dive for that first down. Brought down by number 32, Silas Luther. Picks up the first down, and now the Mustangs playbook has opened up. 2 run plays in a row. Triban in the backfield again. They will give it to Triban. He'll pick up an incredible block, but he's brought down. Number 5, Zaya Hill. He's been all over the place with blocks, and he drives his man to the ground, but another Blue Valley Southwest defender was there to make sure Triban didn't break out for another 77-yard touchdown. Wouldn't that be crazy if they made it out again? So Anderson wants to pass. He goes downfield, looks for Quentin Wallace, the tight end, but cannot reach him. Locked down by Parker Lindman. So Parker Lindman playing both sides of the field today. A little Travis Hunter-esque. Now, several high school players will play both sides of the field, but Parker Lindman does it well as he already has a touchdown. And you saw there, he can also defend. Quentin Wallace, big game yesterday. He led the team with 65 receiving yards. Now they set Sarna in motion, but they'll give it to Triban. He'll hit his man hard, and he'll pick up a first down on 3rd and short. So the first down for the Mustangs now. Quentin Wallace led the team with 65 receiving yards last week, and he had 7 tackles on defense. So, similar to his defender, Parker Lindman, he is no stranger to playing both sides of the field, the senior with an offer from Benedictine College. Anderson, some pre-snap orders to his line. Gets a man to jump. And offsides from the Timberwolves. So the fake act from Anderson works to a dime. So now 1st and 5 for Blue Valley North. We'll see if Weir sticks to the run game. No, he won't. Anderson, pocket collapses, so he'll take it on his own, and he is hit down hard. You never like to see that. Number 36, Gavin Hanston, made his way through and caught up to Anderson to get the tackle. Luckily, Anderson got up just fine. Strong man, but big hit from Hanson. Anderson's going to hand it to Triban. He's going to get a block, and I'm sure that scared the Timberwolves. Picked up a few blocks there, and the Timberwolves with head coach Anthony Orick. I'm sure Coach Orick does not want another run from Triban, and that's exactly what he'll get. They'll sub him out for Caden Augustus, and yet again, And it is the running show today with Lark Anderson running in for the touchdown, Tri-Band getting a running touchdown, and the Mustangs sticking to the ground. Now Anderson will take it on his own. He gets good blocks, pushes a defender out of his way. He's brought down by number 10, Ryan Specht. So the quarterback, the fullback, the linebacker, Ryan Specht, really filling in tonight. Three yards to go. And another jump from the Timberwolves. Anderson fools him again. So some good trickery from Mark Anderson. He wants to try it again, and he does, and it works. Picking up the first down. Now 1st and 10. I was going to hand it to Augustus, but no. Augustus is stopped by A.J. Cuo and brought down by number 36, Gavin Hansen. Gavin Hansen has been big tonight for the Timberwolves, and he'll get that tackle for loss. So it's 2nd and 11 for Blue Valley North. So tie game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the half. Hands it to Augustus again. He'll break a tackle. He'll throw himself into number 23, the defender, Dylan Cross of the Timberwolves. And Augustus shows that he's not afraid of contact, and they will sub him out. Tri-Band comes back in. So some offsides, some trickery. Now 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Are they going to go to the air after they have ran this whole drive? No, Anderson's going to take it on his own. He'll cut inside. And did that ball just come loose? Almost. Anderson gets hit hard, and a reaction from that defense. Looks like that ball started to slip. But Anderson made sure to keep onto it. He ran it on his own, and he got the first down. So scary 3rd down for Blue Valley North. But there's no such thing as too much pressure for Lark Anderson. He improvises on a scramble, cuts inside, initiates contact, and gets the first down. Anderson wants to throw. He's going to throw it to Tri-Band. No one around him. Big gain. Into the red zone the Mustangs go. Number 19 brought down by number 19. So Frankie Tri-Band brought down by Carson Fontura, also playing both sides. First and goal for the Mustangs. 6 yards to go. And going for the pass certainly paid off. Now they'll go for the run. Anderson wants a 2nd rushing touchdown, but no. Last second with 1 yard to go. Blue Valley Southwest brings him down. 2nd and 1. Now, I would not be surprised if they give it to Anderson or give it to Tri-Band, and they just hit right down the middle. And looks like that's what Blue Valley Southwest is anticipating. They stack the box. They're going to blitz. Oh, but no, a wide receiver in motion. It's Sarna. And they will give it to Anderson, and he'll dive in. Yes, he will. Another rushing touchdown for Lark Anderson. And the Mustangs just walked down the field to get that touchdown. That drive started far back after the excellent Southwest punt, as Gabriel Gear now is lining up to kick it. Kick yet again is good. Now the Mustangs have taken the lead. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the half. Now remember, Southwest received this ball going into the second half. So I'm sure that will change something up about this drive, as a stop here is going to be crucial for the Mustangs. They've got to stay ahead coming out of the second half. And it all starts with the kicking team here. Gabriel Aguirre. So the Mustangs kicking and the Timberwolves kicking has been just fine tonight, with some deep kicks and no missed field goals. Correction, no missed extra points. Now here's Aguirre to kick it. Lower kick, but it works out just fine. It kicks him down to the 9. Missed tackle, another missed tackle, another dodged one. Oh my goodness, what a run. Carson Fontura, their lead receiver. It looked like he was down for certain at the 20, but no, he'll take it into Mustang territory. First and 10. There's Ryan Specht running out onto the field. At the Mustangs 48. Specht's going to take the snap a little bit high, and that ruins the play. The Mustangs defense is there. Ryan Specht tries to improvise off of the high snap and take it on his own, but number 97, Henry Hauser, is right there and does not let it happen. Henry Hauser, 6'5", 240 pounds of muscle. Must be frustrating to have to run through him. Sure, that's what Ryan Specht is thinking right now. 4 wide receivers in an empty backfield. Blue Valley Southwest. Flag on the play. Another flag on the play. So it looks like we'll have a horse collar on the Mustangs. Number 7, Owen Perkins, brings him down, but not without some consequences, and we'll see what this other flag is. 2nd and 11 may have just been crushed. Blue Valley North. Here comes the head referee with a call. So looks like it'll only be with the horse collar. The other flag was removed. And a good start from the Mustang defense stopped from the penalty. It's all about momentum here. Some very evenly balanced teams. Let's see if this Mustang's momentum disappeared or if they've still got it. Specht can take the snap. It's going to get there. The Mustangs get the sack. It is number 33, Hampton Stites. Doesn't tackle Ryan Specht with his hands. tackles Ryan Specht with his own offensive lineman. So Ryan Specht is just brought down, and there was no loss of momentum. 2nd and 21 for Southwest, and a timeout is called. I'm wondering what Coach Anthony Orrick is thinking right now. After a helpful penalty, nothing changes for this momentum. 2nd and 21. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. The defense gets out there first. Here's Specht, AJ Cuo, back in the backfield. Can he get a touchdown, just like he did last week? We're about to see. They're going to pass it. Fontura, and there are plenty of Mustangs there. Number 6, Braylon Johnson. So after Braylon Johnson hurries to the ball, it's now 3rd and long. 4 wide receivers and a running back. Specht wants to pass. He'll go long, and nothing intended for Carson Fontura, but Aiden Bolton was all over it. An incredible play. He makes sure to not initiate any contact with Fontura as to not draw the pass interference. And that is perfect coverage from the sophomore who blew up last week with 12 tackles. That's what we've seen all night from Anthony Orrick, the head coach. He loves to throw deep. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So now the kick. Almost blocked. Number 45, Frank Hall. He was right there, but just couldn't quite jump high enough. And there's the stop that the Mustangs needed. 1 minute and 42 seconds left to go in the half. Are the Mustangs going to try to score here? Or is Gene Weir going to play it safe and run out the time? Southwest is going to receive it. Coming out of the half. So it's imperative that there is no score here towards the end of the half from the Timberwolves. And I'm sure that's the focus of the Mustangs, is to just play it safe. Coach Weir favors his old school football. From the 10, similar positioning to the last drive. Anderson is going to take the snap. Wants to throw. He will to a wide open Triban, but just misses him. Frankie Triban burned his defender, number 33, Isaac Lilly. But Anderson puts just a little bit too much air on that pass. We could have seen a 90-yard touchdown there. But just a few inches of separation stop the pass from being caught. Anderson is just going to hand it to Triban. And he'll make some moves. It'll bring 3rd and short. Timeout called. Confusion from the Mustangs offense. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe confusion of the play. Perhaps an error from the coaches. We'll see what happened there. So almost running out of the play clock there. Saved by the timeout. But at the end of a half like this, you do not like to burn timeouts on a thing like that. With a minute to go in the half. So Lark Anderson tonight with a much better game. He's been throwing a lot more. And looks like he is getting comfortable with his role. Here's the play coming off of the timeout. Hands it to Tryban. Will he get the first down? No! Not quite. But the refs... Will the refs say he got it? Yes, they will. So it seemed to be a stop from the Timberwolves, and that's what their defense signaled. But it's not what the refs said. They say that Tryban just barely crossed there. Now the Mustangs on the 21. They're letting this clock burn. And to Tryban again. And a slaughter from the Mustangs offensive line. Not a single defensive lineman won that rep there. Every single offensive lineman pushed him to the ground, and Tryban, with just a little hop, made it second and short. 4 yards to go for the first down. Looks like that play will end the half, though. So, out of the half, 21 Mustangs, 14 Timberwolves. That'll be it for the half. We'll see you back again soon. And we are back. So now the second half. 21 Mustangs and 14 Timberwolves. Gabriel Aguirre to kick off. Pretty electrifying game so far. Very few stops on Southwest or North. Let's see if that continues into the second half or if these defenses have made the right adjustments. Aguirre is going to kick. It reaches number 26, Win Lemons, and he's brought down. Runs right into number 28, Nathan Okara, the junior tight end. He pulls him down and promptly stops the run. Getting any further. So this Mustangs defense tonight started off rough, but got to a good point. Owen Perkins making some big impact plays, and he's a guy to look out for tonight. I'm sure he'll start to turn up. And here we go. Specht is going to take it. He'll hand it off to Lemons, and Lemons will get nowhere. Brought down, number 22, Aiden Bolton. Stops him early, and speak of the Owen Perkins, he was in on that tackle too. So 2nd and 9 for the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves. They're down, and they want to score. If the Mustangs stop them here, then they get the chance to score and make it a two-possession game. And it certainly looks like that's might be what happens, as another run from Southwest, and it's 3rd and long. So it looks like the Blue Valley North Mustangs did indeed make an adjustment to their defense. So they're going to sub out Matthew Harrington and Owen Perkins. Crucial 3rd down here early in the second half. Ryan Specht, Lemons in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. They look to throw. Pocket's collapsing, but he throws. He catches his man. Number 19, Carson Fontura, and he has been having a good night tonight. So on 3rd and long, an unexpected seam route from Fontura. We have not seen a formation like that all night from them. It's Carson Fontura brings it in. Anthony Orick fakes out Blue Valley North, as makes him think that they're keeping the game plan, but no. Just like here, Specht wants to run, but he'll get nowhere. Number 33, Hampton Stites. He got a proper introduction at the beginning of this game, and we know why. He stops that QB draw right before it can go anywhere. And a slight tackle for loss. It'll be 2nd and just barely 11 here. They want to jump from the defense, but the refs say that they did not cross the line. Almost offsides. We've seen a lot of that tonight from the Blue Valley Southwest defense. And a big run, AJ Cuo. He breaks loose. Almost gets tripped up, but no. AJ Cuo, a humongous gain. Humongous touchdown in Timberwolves territory. He breaks some tackles, finds a gap, and gets the touchdown for Southwest. Unexpected, to say the least, from the Timberwolves. So now they're going to look to kick. So AJ Cuo, monster game last Friday night, helped bring in the win. Looks like the same result's going to happen tonight. Here's the kick. High snap, almost blocked. Adam Wong, his
third pressure on the extra point. And guess what? That was the third touchdown that Southwest got. So pressures on all extra point attempts from Adam Wong, making this Blue Valley Southwest kicking, making it a lot harder than it should be. As this defense walks over to the TV to look at some film, see just what happened. The bottom left of your screen there shows them. Right next to the scoreboard, you'll see him looking at the film, trying to find out what happened. Now, the Timberwolves, it's a tie game, and it's time for them to kick off. Number 25, Max Flowers. 3 returners back for Blue Valley North. Number 14, Jax Lemon. Number 88, Luke Prosser, the recent transfer from Rockhurst. And Frankie Triban out to return. Who's the kick going to go to? We're going to see here. It's the kick from Fowlers. Boots it. Triban's going to take it. Picks up some speed, makes a move, but doesn't get that far. Out to the 24. The late flag on the play. See what that was on. Very late after the whistle. Refs will discuss and see just what happened there. Here comes the call. So an after the play penalty from number 44 on Southwest, Grant Brockelman, on the kickoff, and after a good kick, you hate to see that happen if you're Southwest. As the chains move before a snap even happens. Now we're going to tune our channels to the Lark Anderson Show. Sets a receiver in motion. Anderson will keep it on his own. He's going to pick up a good block. Takes the outside edge before being brought down. Number 23, Dylan Cross, brings down Anderson. Chunk play on the first play. And it seems that we are indeed tuned to the Lark Anderson Show. So after one play, the Mustangs have crossed into Timberwolf territory. Remember, both teams here are 1-1. The winner is going to get that winning record. That is so cherished for both teams, 500. Sarna in motion. They'll hand it to Caden Augustus. He'll get some decent yardage on the play. And Caden Augustus, his first big game in the 3 weeks we've played so far, the sophomore. He was a freshman on varsity last year and proves why his second year as a sophomore. He has been running good. They'll take out Triban to rest him, and Augustus says, "Don't underestimate me. I can still run just like Triban." Now Anderson's going to take it. He's going to keep fighting. He'll get the first down. Flag on the sideline. Chains are going to move. And looks like it'll be pass interference. No, not quite. Not quite sure what that penalty was. But, nevertheless, 3rd and inches. Right on the line. Here goes the chain gang. Had a little bit of miscommunication as the play's going to run even during it. Caden Augustus makes some moves, breaks some tackles, and gets about 6 yards on that play. Brought down by number 26, Quinn Lemons, playing both sides. So just too many penalties from Blue Valley Southwest. Seems like penalty after penalty, and if you're Coach Anthony Orrick, I'm sure you are upset. Something's got to happen. Something's got to change. High snap. Hands it to Augustus. No problem. He's got a good convoy of blockers, and he picks up some good yardage. Gets that first down, and in the blink of an eye, we're in the red zone. And the first down brings us into the red zone. And Caden Augustus sticking in that backfield. Going to keep resting Triban. Now they're going to set a receiver in motion. Won't hand it to him. Double fake. Wide open green grass for Lark Anderson. His third touchdown of the night. He takes it on his own again. And after the double fake, Anderson takes it on his own. And there was no one ready for that. They all chased after Caden Augustus. And just a bad oversight from Blue Valley Southwest as North drives down and scores again, 27-21. Here's the kick. And good. Gabriel Aguirre, the kicker, has been good all night. And the Mustangs take the lead, 28-21. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Now, I'd say player of the game here, might sound generic, but Lark Anderson, my goodness, what a game. Compared to his other games, this is just incredible. He's been on point passing, only a few misses, and running. Well, I'm sure everyone that's been watching knows just how that's been going. North, it is hard to imagine this type of team around this time last year. Went 0-9 last season, winless. And now, an electric team, fun to watch. And I'm sure that number 44 state ranking is not going to stay. There is too much talent on this team to have a season like they did last year, and they won't. Big block from the runner. Oh my goodness, that crack was heard all the way up here in the press box. Number 26, Win Lemons, brought down by number 56, Owen Cockrell. Haven't seen much of Owen Cockrell tonight. He's been out there. And the Stang student section getting loud. Classic battle of student sections here as Southwest goes right back, trying to fill in some time, stay active during this little break. Have a player banged up on Southwest. Hoping that he is okay. So tonight, remember that both teams are 1-1 with some similar games. And Ryan Specht, the emergency quarterback, fullback, been in at fullback, in at linebacker, in at holder, and in at quarterback. He also, just like Quentin Wallace of Blue Valley North, has an offer from Benedictine College, and player is okay. He gets up. He's good to go. And it's time for some Blue Valley North defense. It seems like just any one of these drives could completely change the tide of the game, as we have been relatively matched up evenly all night. We'll hand off to Lemons, and nowhere for Lemons. Number 2 and number 7, Adam Wong and Owen Perkins, the defensive leaders, making sure that that run gets nowhere and taking away 1 yard from the Timberwolves. So in a very similar spot, Timberwolves find themselves in 2nd and 11. Last time it was 2nd and 11. There was a big play, sack, tackle for loss that was called back, and then following that was a passing touchdown. But they will not do that. They'll run, and a strong run right back to Quinn Lemons. So after he gets bounced backwards for a loss of a yard, he picks up the first down. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And my oh my, these offenses have been fun. 5 wide receivers out, empty backfield for Specht. Looks like we're going to see an airplay here, but no, he'll run it. And absolutely not, says the Mustangs. Number 4, Gabe Watson. So, seemed like we all thought that Ryan Specht would go to the air again, as he's been doing all night. But nope, it's a fake out. The gap opens. Ryan Specht goes through, only to see the face of Gabe Watson, the senior, 5'9", 200 pounds, ready to stop him. That's some size to go against. New formation, and it looks like we have a jump off sides from the Mustangs defense. Some frustration from the Blue Valley North coaches, as that's just not a mistake you like to get. Especially when you've got coming off of good defensive play, and now instead of 2nd and long, 2nd and short, 4 yards to go. Blue Valley Southwest to get that first down. They're in Mustang territory. Now 4 receivers. Lemons in the backfield. Specht checking his playbook. 2 high safeties for the Mustangs. Tries to draw him off sides again, but it does not work. Big pass, just misses his man. Karsten Fontura, the intended receiver. Again, some good coverage from number 9, Brock Maslowski, and number 10, Dylan Sarna. So Specht tries to place it high. Just can't find that sweet spot, though. And now 3rd and 4. Big line, fake toss, nowhere. Bulldoze, number 97, Henry Hauser. He stomps away from the crime scene. And Ryan Specht was wrapped up by a defensive lineman. But Henry Hauser says, I ain't hear no whistle. And hits Ryan Specht hard. And on 4th down, the Timberwolves are going to go for it. Looking for them to maybe try to draw him off sides. We'll see. Specht does not. He actually wants to do it. He's going to throw and broke it off. What a breakup from Dylan Sarna. That ball was perfectly placed. It had the positioning. But no, Dylan Sarna comes in, leaps through, out of nowhere, makes the stop on 4th down. And a turnover on downs for the Mustangs. And now you can feel this change of momentum. The student section knows it, the cheerleaders know it, and I'm sure Anderson and the offense do also. First and 10 in Timberwolves direction. Mustang territory. Timberwolves have the ball. It's a handoff to Triban. He's back. So Augustus, after taking the drive, giving Triban some rest. They'll take Caden Augustus out and put Frankie Triban in, tackled by number 11, Luke Atkins. Anderson's going to take it, fake the handoff to Caden Augustus. He's looking deep, but he sees no one. He takes it on his own. He runs. Flag on the play. 2 flags. Anderson temporarily has the first down. He wanted to throw downfield. Excellent coverage from the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves. So Anderson, using his improvisation skills, runs. 2 flags on the play, though. Looks like this is going to get called back. And it will. It'll be a penalty on the Mustangs. So now, the Mustangs push past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 14. Augustus in the backfield. Plenty of blockers in the lineup to set a receiver in motion. They do not hand it to him. They hand it to Augustus. And Speedy, he gets past that OG line of scrimmage, yet it is still 3rd with a decent amount to go. If I'm Gene Weir, I go to the ear here, but Gene Weir's been coaching for 34 years, and I'm just an announcer, so let's see what he does. I would not be surprised if they run it again. And still, after the half, no solution from the Timberwolves for this double-edged Mustang sword. Some may say triple-edged run play. Augustus, Anderson, Triban, all contributing to the run. Rushing touchdowns from Triban and Anderson. And seems like they also haven't found the formula for Lark Anderson in general. His X Factor's activated. And they will hand it to Augustus. Almost gets a block, but it doesn't matter. He still picks up the first down on the read option. So on the read option, Anderson makes the right choice, hands it to Augustus, and gets the first down. Now, if the Mustangs score here, well, it is certainly a change. It's been a one-possession game all night here, as Mustangs Blue Valley North have now crossed into Timberwolf territory. Caden Augustus only gaining a few yards. He is thrown back, covered up by the defensive line. Number 75 and number 10 in on the play. Jackson McCarthy and Ryan Specht. Boise everywhere. Familiar face, huh? Caden Augustus, they hand it off to him again. Gains some yards, gets the dive, and Caden Augustus, part of the broadcast team here at Blue Valley North, and love to see some representation. He's mean. So 3rd and 5. Similar 3rd down situation. 35 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Augustus still in the backfield. Wide receiver in motion. Anderson wants to take it on his own. He's got a block. He's got the first down. When you least expect it, Anderson comes through, and Anderson picks up the Mustang first down. And The end of the third quarter. When we come back, when that Mustangs offense rolls back out, it'll be right off of first down. And guess who's back? The Mustangs marching band. Back to play Seven Nation Army. And this situation, not looking too hot for Blue Valley Southwest as the Mustangs continue to push. 12 minutes to decide who takes the winning record. Here we go. We're back. The field is flipped. 12 minutes left. And Blue Valley North has been marching. So has their marching band been. Wide receiver in motion. They won't hand it to him. Another fake. Tri-band with the spin move. We have seen that play a lot from Blue Valley North. The triple option. Either hand it to Tri-band, hand it to wide receiver Bobby Knighton on the motion, or let Anderson take it on his own. And as long as the Timberwolves can't stop it, the Mustangs are going to keep running it. 4 yards to go for the first down. Nearing the red zone. Now Anderson sets a receiver in motion. Looks like that triple option. No, it will not be. Flag on the play. Wide open man! Dylan Sarna catches it. However, there is a flag on the play. Referees will say no touchdown. So, an incredibly drawn play ripped right away in the hands of the Mustangs. Just horrible for the Mustangs. You could have had the easy touchdown, but instead, we're going to be pushed right back to where we were, 2nd and 10. So Tri-band now in the backfield. Augustus sent to the sideline. This transition has been lethal as they set Sarna in motion. Hand it to Tri-band. Tri-band keeps pushing. This offensive line certainly has some strength. So if you're Frankie Tri-band, you know that if you start getting slowed down, it's not over. Whenever Tri-band gets slowed down, he's got at least 2 offensive linemen there to bulldoze him forwards. And that's some awesome physicality that you'd love to see from Blue Valley North. Some smash mouth football. 3rd down and 4. Receiver in motion. It's Sarna. They are going to give it to Sarna on the jet sweep. He's got a block. Oh! And no call from the referees. That tackle looked a little bit questionable, but we'll go with what the officials say. And unfortunately, the Mustangs cannot convert. Still have the lead, though. 10 minutes left to go in the game. 4th down. What are the Mustangs going to do? With 3 yards to go, if they go for it, they could get it. Perhaps even a touchdown. And looks like they're going to go for it. Set a receiver in motion. Hand it to Tri-band. Burst through and no! He stopped. So they try to punch it with Tri-band. But unfortunately, they can't get it. And just like the last drive, a turnover on downs. Now some optimism for the Timberwolves of Blue Valley Southwest. It did not look good there for a second. However, it is not all open roads from here, as you've still got to march 70 yards against Blue Valley North's defense, led by Owen Perkins, the playmaker, and Henry Hauser, the big defensive lineman. Here we go. Specht is out, 4 wide receivers, and a running back. It's going to float long, almost intercepted. Specht wants to go long to number 25, Max Flowers. But guess who's there too? Ashton Morgan. In fact, that ball could have been intercepted, as you see some frustration there from Ashton Morgan. Ball just slipped through his hands. And imagine that. A first play back interception from the Mustangs would have been incredible for the team. Maybe in another universe. As here is 2nd and 10. And Specht, Miracle Man, throws deep again. He's got an open man this time, but no. Ashton Morgan there again. So when number 19, Carson Fonshura, thought he was open, Morgan comes in from the outside and makes sure that Coach Anthony Ulrich of Southwest knows you're not getting anywhere. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. This could be big. And just not a good game plan. Trying to throw 3 times in a row. It's not ideal. But who knows, maybe they'll throw 4 in a row and it'll work. Not before a timeout, though. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this incredible game. So, an energetic first half with plenty of touchdowns. That seems to switch. Touchdown called back and some good defensive play. The tides of the game are determined by the defense now. However, it's 3rd and 10. The Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves are cooking up play to try to save themselves here, because they know that their chance of winning drops almost to rock bottom if they can't convert here. Mustangs defense getting loud, making their presence known. And the marching band still going. Now Specht wants to throw. Interesting run. Plays blown up. Intercepted. Or was it? Will the refs rule it incomplete? They will. But the play is blown up. The pocket collapses instantly, and it's number 6, Braylon Johnson, rushing in to stop Ryan Specht. And Southwest has no choice but to punt here, as you can't afford a turnover on the 26-yard line. So here they go to punt. Sarna's back to return. Here we go. Number 25, Max Flowers. He boots it, almost blocked. Sarna's backing up. He calls fair catch. Uh-oh. He's got to take it now. Play is blown dead. So, a long punt. Out to the 11. What a punt. From the 21 on their own side of the field to the 11 on the opposite. And though they have to turn that ball over, They make sure to make it difficult for Anderson and the Mustang offense. Here comes the offense. And this stadium is holding their breath for a score. Ooh, almost tackled. Triban faces some trouble in the backfield, ducks his head, makes his way around, and brings some positive yardage. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. And it's looking good for the Mustangs, but they've still got a long ways to go. As it's another handoff to Triban and stuffed. The ball came loose. Oh my goodness. Frankie Triban fumbles the ball. Number 33, Isaac Lilly, is right there, rips it away from Triban, and starts running the other way. Luckily, the quarterback, Lark Anderson, the last line of defense, stops him. My goodness, has this game just turned around. So, Southwest, it's Timberwolves ball. And they start in the red zone. Ryan Specht. Ryan Specht was the saving grace against Bishop Miege. Can he do it again against North? He throws, and it's caught! And the officials will rule it as a touchdown. Blue Valley Southwest strikes. Number 9, AJ Qo. And as predicted, he's going to put up a touchdown. We're not all tied up yet, though. An extra point still has to be made, and Blue Valley North extra point defense has been aggressive. So we'll see if something can happen here. However, not likely. It would be a big play. They're there, but no! Almost. The kick is good. And we have a tie game. So, the least expected out of any outcome that could possibly happen there, Triban gets the ball ripped out of his hands by number 33, Isaac Lilly. And the Southwest offense comes out and promptly puts up 7. It's important to note, though, the amount of time left in this game. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. We've got plenty of time for some offense. Here we go. Mustangs are now back on offense. Max Flowers wants to kick it. And boy, can he boot it far. Sarna, the return man. Kick is off. Sarna gets under it. He'll take the touchback. So here we go. We're out here, and we're ready. As the clouded moon begins to rise on Friday night, the game's intensity rises as well. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. Triple option? No. Anderson will just keep it on his own. He'll cut to the inside, but won't get that much further. So 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. And can we take a moment to appreciate the coaching on both teams here? Some impeccable plays with some incredible results. Now Augustus back out there. Some contact after the play. Getting a little bit chippy as this game gets tied. So Augustus gets stuffed. It's now 3rd down. With 7.5 minutes to go in the game. We're going to need something here. The Southwest student section gets loud. There's pressure. Dropped. Number 15, Quentin Wallace. So pressure flooded into Anderson. He had to jump and throw it. It went short. Q Wallace, the team leader. The safety valve just can't haul it in. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to punt. Number 9, AJ Huwo, fresh off of a receiving touchdown. The return man. There goes the punting personnel. G. Weir and Anthony Orick, phenomenal coaches. As the timeout is taken. So will the Mustangs punt? I don't know. The timeout may suggest otherwise, but we'll see. And beautiful full moon out tonight. See if the camera can pick it up, and yes, they can. Full illumination from the moon tonight. And could it mean a sign of some luck for one of these teams? Just maybe. We'll see as the teams come back out. And the game continues. Looks like the Mustangs are going to punt here. So here go the Mustangs punt. High snap, no pressure. They'll get kicked. Shorter kick, they elect no return. And North runs quickly to down it. After an unlucky bounce, Hampton Stites make sure it doesn't get any further than they need it to be. So the Timberwolves are going to start in Mustang territory. It's now been 3 back-to-back scoreless drives. We're reaching the end of this game. 7 minutes to go, and it's close. Both teams' previous games ended just by 1 possession. Southwest winning by 1 possession against Bishop Miege, and Blue Valley North winning against 1 possession by Olathe North. Now Ryan Specht back out there. Plays blown up. Pass is tipped. Ooh, but not quite grabbed. Number 6, Braylon Johnson rushes in, bulldozes his way past offensive lineman, and makes his way to Ryan Specht to tip the pass. So I'm sure it's frustrating if you're Southwest to have to start a drive like that. They'll need to bounce back. How will they do it? Well, Ryan Specht's about to show us. Specht's going to take it on his own. He's being chased Owen Perkins can't quite catch up, and it causes a big gain. He's still up. Finally brought down by number 9, Brock Maslowski. Number 7, Owen Perkins, had him in the backfield, but Specht took the edge and got the big play. My goodness. And just a few drives ago, it seemed like the Mustangs were likely to win it. But now, it's anyone's game. As the Mustangs defense makes a shift. 2 safeties up there. Wide receiver in motion. They'll hand it off. Adam Lang in the backfield, but couldn't get him. Number 22, Aiden Bolton, combining with number 20, Ashton Morgan, to get that stop. And my goodness, Blue Valley Southwest, proving why they're the number 8 team in the state of Kansas, with big plays, back and forth. Both student sections silent in anticipation for what might come as the Timberwolves are in the red zone. We're going to give it to Qwo and number 97. The big defensive lineman, Henry Hauser, stops him. So first down in the red zone. Not good at all for the Mustangs. Something's got to change. Specht is going to take it. Qwo's in the backfield. I will hand it to Qwo, and he finds some green grass, picks up a block, and it's good for a Blue Valley Southwest touchdown. And the lead reclaimed by the Timberwolves. And the Blue Valley Southwest student section raves while we get ready for the extra point. What a turn of events for the Blue Valley North Mustangs, as the Timberwolves now lead. Here's the kick. Again, almost hit, but no. It'll extend that score 35-28. 5 minutes remaining in the game. And it's time for the Mustangs to show what they've got when the game starts to get important. Here we go. The returners are out. It's Triban. It's Morgan. It's Prosser. It'll be 25 Max Flowers to kick it. And we are in crunch time right now. With a kicker like Max Flowers, field position is always tough. And 5 minutes may not be enough for this Mustangs offense if Max Flowers continues to kick like he has been all night. Ashton Morgan, the main return man here. Marching band gets loud, trying to throw him off. Here's the kick. Booted. Ashton Morgan slips out of his hands in the end zone, but it'll result in a touchback. 1st and 10. Timberwolves playing the safe game after getting a touchdown with that kick. Making sure It's only a touchback. So relatively quiet tonight has been Luke Atkins, the defensive back for Blue Valley Southwest. He had 12 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 sack last game against Bishop Miege. He has been quiet tonight. So we'll be looking out for him to maybe turn things around, as it's a run to Triban. Number 23, Dylan Cross, pushes him out of bounds. So 2nd and short, 1 yard to gain the first down. And that's a good opening play to have for the Mustangs. That's what you want. Now Anderson takes the snap. Hands it to Triban again. He is stopped. And did that ball come loose? Looks like it did. Who picked it up? There's a pile. Anticipation. And it looks... No, the ref will signal that Blue Valley Southwest got the fumble recovery after a Mustang comes out of the huddle with the ball. Number 53, Noah Morris, came out with the ball. Yet it was still ruled that the Timberwolves got the fumble. Another Mustangs fumble. The Timberwolves, with 5 minutes left to burn, they're ahead by a score, and they've only got a few yards until they get into the red zone. Coach Gene Ware exchanging some words with the referee. He is not happy, as I'm sure many Mustangs feel the same. Here's the Southwest offense, and the defense needs something here. There's a little spark from Braylon Johnson. Stopping the run for a gain of 1 yard. So, a very smart game plan from Blue Valley Southwest. AJ Kuo, the Impacts player last week, is not played until the second half. And it seems like the Mustangs just forgot about him, as now that he's in, he's making himself known and being a problem. As they'll take him out in favor for numbers 26, Quinlan, as they'll hand it off to him. Finds a gap, gains some yards. It's 3rd and shorts. Wild sequence here. 2 fumbles, a touchdown, and all of a sudden, Southwest leads by a touchdown. Three minutes and 39 seconds left to go. Looks like that clock's still going to keep running. And a flag drawn off sides. Blue Valley North coach is extremely upset. Exactly what you don't want. Not good at all for the Mustangs, as it's a new set of downs for the Timberwolves. Ryan Speck tonight. 2nd week in a row having to step in as the emergency quarterback. No big deal for him. Here we go. 1st and 10. Shift. Oh, and the snap comes in an unexpected time. Improvisation from Specht and Lemons. They still get it handed off. That snap came in early. Specht was clearly startled, and there was a flag on the play. It's a false start on the offense, so the chains will move back, and that is good for the Mustangs. But is it enough? So, two bad outcomes in a row for Blue Valley Southwest. The snaps too early and the false start. Now this defense, North, wants to come crashing in, and they do. They come in and, ooh, a few missed tackles there. Allow Lemons to gain more yards than he should have. Owen Perkins, bring him down. Timeout with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the game. Unfortunately, this Mustang student section is clearing out. There's not too much hope left. But they'll ride this into the end. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Coming out of the timeout. 2nd and 5. The band stays loud. Can the defense stay loud? We'll see. One-on-one matchup at the top of your screen there. However, stacked formation here. They will hand it off to QO, and he will get nowhere. Stuffed, number 97, Henry Hauser, another tackle for him. Big night for Hauser. And it'll force Blue Valley North to call another timeout. That run. I would assume here that the Timberwolves try to stay close to the middle with some run plays here. Just trying to kill the clock and stop the Mustangs who have been in their ear all night from making magic happen. Here we go. Out of the next timeout. Yet again, at the top of your screen, a one-on-one matchup. That has been Speck's favorite spot in the end zone, is that top right corner. Now a quick hurry up out of the huddle. They'll pitch it to QO. He's got a block, but no, he stopped and pushed before the refs finally call that whistle. So it's 4th down. However, no more timeouts. That clock is just going to keep running. 1 minute and 35 seconds currently, but I'm sure it'll run more. So the Timberwolves will use their second timeout. Mustangs out of timeout. Timberwolves with only one left. 1 minute and 22 seconds left. And it seems all but over for the Blue Valley North Mustangs. However, perhaps a breath of life on fourth down here. Who knows? Anything can happen. Any given Friday.
Make sure to close the window.
Here we go. Fourth down for the Mustangs defense. Gonna kick the field goal. No, they cannot block it. So after a successful field goal from Blue Valley Southwest, it will be a two-possession game, and the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves have won. They will advance to 2-1 on the season. Mustangs 1-2. Street section clears out, as this game has unfortunately met its end for the Mustangs. Still have a minute and 18 seconds to play. We'll see if the Mustangs want to play for glory or if they will just need out. Touchback. So 1st and 10. Some excitement from the Southwest student section. However, the North student section falls silent. What could have been 2 extra touchdowns for Blue Valley North both get called back and fumbled. Fumbles and penalties killed this team tonight, as looks like they will play for glory. Anderson throws humongous hit, and that's absolutely disgusting. You do not like to see that. That game is over, yet Luke Atkins still makes the big hit on number 5, Zaya Hill. Luckily, he's okay, but not a great show of sportsmanship there. So Luke Atkins, his first tackle of the night. Quiet from last week. Perhaps a fluke. 50 seconds left. Clock is stopped. Anderson's going to roll out and throw. Number 10, Dylan Sarna. He'll pick up the first down. So some extra stats for Sarna. And that will also stop the clock. So Anderson, after an incredible game tonight, just falls short. Rolls out and throws to Q Wallace. Jumps up and grabs it for another first down. Consecutive passing plays given to Anderson. He runs out of bounds. And it looks like the Mustangs do want to put up some points, not leave too much of an ill taste behind. As Anderson's going to roll out. Is he going to throw? No. He'll make some moves to escape and just run to the sideline. Refs will say it. The clock is going to keep on winding. And the Southwest student section gets ready to storm the field as we run out of time. This will be the last play. Anderson's brought down hard. And that'll be it. Final score, 38 Blue Valley Southwest, 28 Blue Valley North. An incredible game to the very end. Thanks to my cameraman, Bao, and thanks to everyone for watching tonight.